Hello everyone, a very good morning. Thank you for your kind introduction. I hope you are doing well in these pandemic times. Myself, Gaurav Kumar, a second year PhD student at Spark Lab, Purdue University. Today I am going to present our work on OpenSerDes, an open source process portable all digital serial link. Here is the outline of my presentation. I will begin with the motivation of our work, then discuss the concept of open source hardware and the need for all digital SerDes. Following that, I will present our proposed SerDes architecture and results before going over the advantages and disadvantages of the design and the applications where it can be targeted to. So before going into the challenges for ASIC designing, let us understand the prerequisites. For an ASIC, we require an RTL design, an EDA tools, and process development kit or PDK. The EDA tools map the RTL design to the standard library cells of the PDK to generate the GDS that is fabricated into an ASIC. But there are certain roadblocks which hinder the ASIC design. Primarily, the cost involved in licensing the PDK and fabricating the chip is too high to be affordable by one and all. The level of expertise required, the restricted access to PDK, and the involved risk of first-time failures are some of the other challenges that block the feasibilities of ASIC designs. So what is the solution? Open source ASIC is a solution to the mentioned challenges. The introduction of OpenPDK by Google and Skywater Technologies and the efforts of FOSSEE Foundation and Open Road Research has attacked the cost, expertise and uncertainty, that is the risk aspects of hardware design. The zero PDK licensing fee for OpenPDK has relaxed the cost, and the automated EDA open tools like OpenLanes have reduced the degree of required expertise. The availability of open source proven designs has eliminated the risk factors. Already proven designs can be imported and reused. So what is the need for digital cores? The scaling down of process technologies demand designs that ensure faster time to market. In case of analog mixed signal design, significant time is spent in refabricating to a new process. Thus, to ensure process portability, digital cores are required. The unavailability of open core SerDes is hindering the portability of SerDes across processes. Thus, the current work focuses on designing a process portable SerDes. With the help of open source tools and OpenPDK from Skywater, we developed the first open source synthesizable open SerDes that can be ported across technologies with minimal manual efforts. So what exactly does an open source hardware mean? With the predominance of open source software, the need to reduce the abstraction level in hardware designs is gaining momentum. Bruce Perens, an American software programmer, has coined the term open source hardware in the year 1997. Open source hardware refers to an hardware, ASIC, or even a circuit that has provided access to its entire design, specification, and documentations, which can be used, altered, and distributed by anyone. Like source code in case of open source software, all schematics, logic designs, and layout data need to be publicly available to read, manipulate, and update the existing designs with new features. So what exactly are the benefits of open source hardware? It reduces the design time and cost, as previously proven open hardware can be imported and reworked upon, thereby increasing the probability of first pass success of the designs. With the community interactions and involvement, open source hardware accelerates innovations. It also empowers the software developers with the vivid knowledge of the hardware functionalities, thereby enabling them to effectively optimize their source codes. Thus, weaving these factors, open source hardware ultimately leads to faster technological advancements. So this slide shares some of the recent work centered around the principle of open source hardware. RISC-V is an open standard instruction set architecture based on established RISC principles. Unlike most other ISI designs, the RISC-V ISI is provided under open source licenses that don't require fees to use it. The UC Berkeley's Berkeley Analog Generator is a Python-based open tool that interfaces with Cadence Virtuoso software, aims to develop complex analog and mixed signal circuits from user-defined specifications on the fly. OpenRoad, an open source layout generation flow, aims to enable no human 24-hour design and catalyze the open source EDA. The Skywater open source PDK is a collaboration between Google and Skywater Technology to provide a fully open source PDK and other related resources which can be used to create manufacturable designs at SkyWater's facility. So what exactly is a SerDes? A SerDes is an important building block in communication system which is used to transmit parallel streams of data from one block to another over serial links. This reduces the number of I/O pins and the device dimensions while lowering the power consumptions. The unavailability of open core or FPGA based digital serial I/O motivates to design a synthesizable design which can be ported easily, reducing the time to market. So this slide discusses our contribution. This work presents the first open source all digital SerDes with the capabilities of establishing a multi-gigahertz communication. We use for the first time the open source PDK from SkyWater Technologies for realizing the design. We also stressed on the importance of open source hardware and synthesizable designs and motivate further adoption in circuit designs. So here is the basic architecture of transmitter in a typical SerDes link. The transmitter comprises of a serializer that serializes the parallel stream of data into bits. The transmitter equalization block is an optional block which usually negates the impact of channel loss or distortion. The output driver implemented in current mode or voltage mode provides the required output swing and matches the channel impedances to prevent reflections from the channel. This slide shares the architecture of a typical receiver. The receiver equalization is realized using a CTLE or FIR or a DFE, provides the necessary signal conditioning for extracting the data. The sampler or comparator block resolves the data to logic levels. The CDR extracts the timing information while the deserializer at the end converts the serial bits back to parallel stream. So here is the complete transceiver architecture of a typical SerDes link. This slide shares the proposed architecture of TX driver. So we have used a 3-stage inverter chain as our driver with the capability to drive 2 picofarad load at 2 GHz frequency. Care has been taken to properly size the inverter to ensure power and area optimal designs. The input-output waveforms of the TX driver are shown in the right. This slide shows the proposed RX architecture. The resistive feedback inverter is the first stage of the receiver front end used for sensing low amplitude received data. It provides the necessary bias for operating the CMOS inverter at voltages lower than the switching threshold. The input-output waveforms are shown in the right. We see that the input from the channel is around 32 mV, which is way below the switching thresholds of the CMOS inverter. The resistive feedback inverter biases this input at 830 mV, thereby enabling the functionality of CMOS inverter, producing an output of 300 mV peak to peak as shown in the blue. The next stage is a static CMOS inverter which provides the rail-to-rail output to the next stage. The following stage is a sampling stage, comprises of D flip-flop, uses the output of a CMOS inverter and external clock to sample and forward the data to the next stage. An oversampling CDR is implemented to extract the timing information from incoming data. It samples the RX at multiple points using multi-phase sampler before processing them to figure out the optimal sampling point. This slide shows the generated layout of the SerDes. We see that the deserializer and serializer block occupies the major chunk of the area because of the design capability to work on 32 parallel streams of 8-bit data. The CMOS driver of TX and the entire RX frontend consume minimal chip area. The table on the right provides the specifications of the design. This slide presents the timing diagram of the design operating at 2 GHz in a channel having a loss of 34 dB. The transmitted PRBS is shown in red and the final decoded PRBS is shown in blue. This slide shows the power budget of the design. The RX frontend consumes 11.2 mW and the CMOS driver consumes 4.5 mW power. This figure shows the silicon area occupied by different components of the SerDes. The design layout extends over an area of 0.24 mm square, with the deserializer occupying 60% of the area, while the CMOS driver and RX frontend cover 0.2% and 1.1% area respectively. This slide discusses the pros and cons of the present design. As we discussed, the proposed all-digital SerDes ensure process portability implemented using an open PDK and thus can be reused. Speeds higher than 5 GHz cannot be achieved. This slide discusses the applications where the proposed design can be targeted to. The proposed SerDes can work in applications where the bandwidth requirement is less than 2 Gbps, like in case of PCIe bus and Intel's eMIB interconnect bridge, where the primary focus is on the area of the I/O rather than achieving higher speed. The figure on the right shares the logical block level overview of the chiplet, where the channel reach is less than 3 mm and the required bandwidth per lane is 1 to 4 GHz. Since we pack multiple lanes like 300 to 1200 per millimeter, the net envelope bandwidth is much higher. This slide shares light into the tools that we have used for generating the SerDes. OpenLane tool is an open source tool that generates GDS from input RTL logic using the OpenRoad flow. The Cadence Virtuoso is used to extract the parasitics and perform post-layer simulations. The figure on the right shows the flow of the OpenLane tool. To conclude, we have demonstrated for the first time an open source all digital SerDes using the recently introduced OpenPDK, the Skywater 130nm. We have established a multi-gigahertz serial bit communication and illustrated the role of open source hardware in removing the roadblocks to ASIC design. With this, I conclude my presentation. Thank you for your kind attention. I am happy to take questions now.